Hello there, YouTube. Hope everyone's having a great week, getting lots of time to ride motorcycles or do whatever else you love to do. I was going to make this video about cruise control and clutchless shifting on the Rebel 1100, and then I got to looking at the footage and realized that I've got to do some work on my gear to be able to really do a good video on either one of those things. But here I am, and that got me thinking about what I would actually want to do on this channel in terms of my Rebel 1100 content. I mean, there's plenty of other YouTubers to do the vlogging and first ride videos, so I probably won't be going in that direction. My inspirations in terms of motorcycle YouTube are people like Moto Jitsu, Robert Simmons, Jerry Palladino, and others with the focus on building fundamental skills. Definitely check those guys out if you haven't already. But I mean, I guess that's sort of the direction I'd be wanting to go in this channel, at least in a meandering sort of way. But most of all, I think that I've found that the actual process of making a YouTube video is very relaxing and satisfying. So for no other reason than enriching my own life, I'm gonna go for it. Also, happy to take any questions, and I'll do my best to answer them either in the comments or in a subsequent video. So, talking about the cruise control, it is definitely deluxe. It enables you to take one or both hands off of the wheel for an amount of time to reposition or give yourself some rest. It operates just about like you would think it would if you've ever used it in a car. From 30 to 100 miles per hour, you can set those speeds and then press up or down on the paddle to go up or down 1 mile per click from whatever speed you set it to. I think what the manual doesn't say, or what I didn't catch the first time I was reading through it, was you have to be in at least 4th gear. So you can get up to 30 miles per hour in 2nd, 3rd gear, but you can't actually set the cruise control until you are in 4th gear. Another thing is, depending on what speed you set it to and where the RPMs are and such, when you turn it off, when you turn off the cruise control button, there can be a pretty good jerk of the engine braking. So I've found that the best method for me is to go ahead and roll on the throttle a little bit before you click to cancel the cruise control. Other than that, this is a great addition to the Rebel motorcycles, and I am really impressed. Talking about clutchless shifting, there's better explanations than mine, so I would encourage anyone who's never tried this procedure to look it up on Google before they try to use my video as a tutorial. But basically, to do a clutchless upshift, you are on the throttle, and when you get to the top of whatever gear you're in, you put some upward pressure with your foot on the shift lever, and then let off the throttle for just a second and back on. And while you have let off the throttle, kind of like a reverse blip, the gear shifts up into the next higher gear. And to downshift, it's basically the same thing. You get into sort of the lower end of whatever gear you're in, and then you give it some gas, sometimes give it some brake at the same time so the bike doesn't lurch forward, and then you tap it down into the next lower gear without having to use the clutch. So it's a fun thing to practice. It doesn't hurt the bike, you know, it either goes into gear or it doesn't. So as far as that goes, you're good to go. And I usually use the clutch through the first couple gears and then do clutchless up or down through all the rest of them, depending on the conditions. It's best not to practice this if you've never done it before when you're right about to go into a corner and you need to shift from fourth to third, and you wait until the last second and then you don't do it. You mistime the blip and the kick of the shifter, and then you're in trouble. So always give yourself time when you're practicing this, and if you never have done it before, just practice it on the straight part of the road. And don't get so used to doing it. My advice is to not get so used to doing it that you stop using your clutch altogether, because the clutch is great. There's nothing wrong with using the clutch. It's just like I was saying in the beginning of the video about trying to always be building fundamental skills and new stuff, new challenges. So yeah, it's just another thing, another skill to practice. Nothing wrong with using the clutch. So that's about it for this video. Like I said at the top, I'll be trying to get my gear either upgraded or zeroed in to the point where the wind noise isn't as obnoxious, maybe so that I can talk while I'm riding, and definitely so you can see my clutch hand if I'm going to be making any videos about using the clutch. Everyone have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.